we found important information that suggests the Federal Reserve is on track to use XRP around the world in line with ISO 4217. Take note of the dates. The start date for its implementation in the United States is expected to be December 31, 2023. This is not just a rumor. It's written down in an official document that I have access to thanks to the hard work of an independent researcher. Even if the big news is quiet, no one should be fooled. Then upping times are being made behind the scenes. And so are a lot of the things coming together. And Shepard's support for CBDC steps being taken by both the SEC and Congress to deal with CSDR and special drawing rights, liquidity issues, and Japan's biggest bank starting to use XRP for cross-border payments. There are also rumors that the price of XRP would skyrocket to an unbelievable $10,000 per unit. We are about to experience a huge change in the way money works. We're not done yet. That's only the beginning. And we're going to talk about a lot of fresh news stories in today's session. Them on the proof is right in front of you. Hello, Money Side family. We're the place you can trust for all things XRP. Before we get into these revelations, please hit the like button, subscribe, and notifications to become a part of our community. Also, we're giving away a huge amount of XRP, and there are only 3 easy steps you need to take. And to put in your bid, make sure you do all of those things. Leave a comment with a hashtag MoneySide to make sure you get a spot. Coming up, I'll talk about the reasons why financial institutions are betting that XRP's price will reach those all-time highs. They all have something to do with the fact that the Federal Reserve is about to become a big supporter of XRP. Let's get right to the point of our conversation today. What is the world's bridge currency? Type it into Google, or even better, use what looks like Google Bard. A loud yes will be given to you. XR. It's not just the name, though. The ISO code is what really changes things. XRP gets the ISO 4217 designation, which is a unique number that makes it more than just another digital asset. Move your mouse over to the second picture to see more details. The pieces start to fit together when you look up Federal Reserve ISO 4217 currency. The ISO 4217 standard says that each piece of international currency has a 3-letter code on it. This is very important in the sense it makes XRP a more stable international currency, set to go through all of the other currencies that follow the ISO standard, including the euro, the pound sterling, the US dollar, the yen, and more. But things get really interesting when you try to get confirmation from the source. I went to the Federal Reserve's own resources to find proof that couldn't be argued with. Thanks to the hard work of our researchers, they gave us a screenshot that is the final piece of this complicated puzzle. This information brings the story together and ties all the loose ends into a neat bow. Get ready to have your mind blown. And we found something right at the Federal Reserve's digital front door by navigating the complicated currents of digital finance. In clear language, the site says it. Any money from the US dollar to the yen has a 3-letter ISO 4217 code given to it. Also, what other cryptocurrency token fits into this group? XRP marked as belonging to the same group. It's right there in our virtual field of view. There is clear, we're not just hearing things. We're talking about the Federal Reserve's logo, which is a sign of authority. Along with the sites, the interesting thing about this update is that it comes just one day after the US dropped its lawsuit against Ripple and made it clear that financial institutions can use XRP in their transactions. These events aren't happening by chance. The story of how money changes over time has been carefully written, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. So when people talk about XR possibly hitting $10,000, it's no longer just a wild guess. It's based on the huge number of transactions that are about to happen around the world that will use XRP. It doesn't seem possible for XRP to be worth $10,000 if we're talking about quadrillions. In comparison, it looks like a good deal. To see the bigger picture, it's not just about the partnerships that Ripple is making. It has to do with real trust from financial platforms like Uphold, which isn't just interested in the XRP, and has a huge stake of more than 1 billion XRP. To be exact, Uphold's holdings are impressive not only because of how many they have, but also how much they're worth. It has over $1.28 billion worth of XRP, which is 740 more than what it has invested in other cryptocurrencies. Why is there such a huge bet on XRP? Not just any digital token, because the banks want the right ones. They need one that is going to be very valuable and strong enough to support the huge scales of global finance. If big banks are going to start using XRP for high-level transactions, then a value of $10,000 isn't just wishful thinking. It could signal the start of a new era of useful currencies. We think that XRP's value could go through the roof and reach $10,000 per unit in the next few months. This isn't a bear that's being thrown around with more and more confidence because of XRP's expected role in central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. This guess is supported by a statement from the Federal Reserve. They agreed that XRP could be used around the world in line with the ISO 4217 standard. It was supposed to start in the US by the end of 2023. The evidence has been gathered and is ready to show how deep this development goes. But the most interesting thing about today's session isn't just the price predictions. It's the mind-boggling possible settlement between the SEC and Ripple Labs. In the event that this settlement goes through, it could end the long-running lawsuit. So this could cause XRP's value to rise dramatically as its users grow. And these revelations aren't just a tease. And it's ready for approval at any time. And we're ready to give the exact papers and proof that support this settlement offer that was made to Ripple Labs CEO in the past. This isn't the first time that a settlement offer has been the main focus. If the SEC doesn't reach a deal outside of court by November 9, 2023, Judge Torres will give them a firm push. We're in a situation where they had to act quickly. Because of this, the SEC called an emergency meeting where they talked about important issues like settling lawsuits and settling institutional disputes. And the SEC made a huge settlement offer to Ripple Labs $770 million in effort to end the case. But Ripple did something brave. They stood their ground and said no. Some big changes have happened in XRP's journey, and President Joe Biden's to thank for them, who is about to sign an order that could have a big effect on XRP and a number of other digital currencies. Because of this upcoming order, Ripple Labs was given a second settlement offer that was much lower at $20 million. A crypto lawyer named John Detton says that it's almost certain that Ripple will accept this offer. Ending the legal battle between Ripple and the SEC might be possible for good. But this executive order is only the beginning of what we will talk about today. We're going into great detail about the situation, thinking about how likely it is that XRP will reach the elusive $10,000 mark, and breaking down the recent 10 rise in market activity for XRP. The pace has sped up and the stakes have raised since President Biden's important executive order. The order is meant to support the Federal Reserve's use of XRP around the world in line with ISO 4217, which was confirmed by a separate researcher. This legislative action sets December 31, 2023 as the official start date for the USA to adopt